Hey y'all, and welcome to another episode of Totally Tori. Totally Tori. She's totally Tori. It's totally Tori. Anyways, I'm Tori. And I decided I'm going to do a new little segment called Tori's Stories. So I always tend to just have the most ridiculous things happen at work and in life and such. So I decided to share those with the people. And hopefully y'all find them entertaining. And a lot of them, I have built them up over the years. We'll just say that. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So let's get into it, guys. Let's get into my story. And like I'm gonna try my hardest, promised my little mommy that I would try my hardest to censor myself and not use as colorful language as I would telling these things to my friends. So if you were one of my dear friends, I'm gonna use some colorful language, but it's not like cussing colorful language. Trying to be a lady and be classy and more family friendly, I guess. So, anyways, let's get into the story. So, the first story I decided to share with y'all was one that happened, I have to think. So, I think this was when I had to be 16 because I was driving. So, I was 16 years old. And I'm going to rename the people in the story, although if you were really close to me or knew me growing up at this time period, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. But for the sake of their privacy, I shall rename the people in my story. So I have this friend who has been my best friend since I was forever, like since I was born. So yet again, if you know who I am, you know who I'm talking about. But we'll call her Marissa. So Marissa and I have known each other since forever, and we went to the same church. We never went to the same school, but we went to the same church, and we always like knew each other, and we were always together. So Marissa and I were both 16 years old, and we were talking to two guy friends. So they were friends, and they were talking to us. Sorry, my computer. Uh, okay, my computer was like, we're about to die. Anyways, but so we were talking to two guy friends. We'll call them Ryan and Joe. Just whatever. So Ryan and Marissa were talking, and I was talking to Joe. And Joe was a little bit older, but like it was nothing serious. We were just kind of talking, getting to know each other, blah, blah, blah. Well, Ryan really, really liked Marissa, and so they went to the same school. Like our families knew each other, and it had to be like over Thanksgiving or something. I don't know. But it was one night where I was spending the night at her house, and Ryan's, like, one of his family members passed away, and she wanted to see him and he wanted to see her because he was really upset. Now, all that is fine and that makes perfect sense, and duh, like, none of this is stupid. But let me tell y'all how dumb my friend is, and I love her, and she knows, and like looking back at it, she can admit that she was an absolute Riri for this situation. So, anyway, so instead of just going to talk to her parents, which is what I would have done, she felt like she couldn't talk to her parents. So instead of just being like, hey, this happened to Ryan and he's really sad and he wants to see me, and just like not even mentioning that they're kind of dating, talking, whatever, just, friends. Her parents knew they were friends. So just be like, he wanted to see me. Is it okay if he comes over and we'll just hang out in the living room? Like, obviously, y'all will be right there. Can I just see him? Because I feel really bad and he's really upset and he wanted someone to talk to. No problems there, right? Right? Well, my friend was so ridiculous that she was like, no, we can't ask them. They will just say no. Ma'am, 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 ma'am. So I was like, Marissa, you are retarded. Let's ask your parents. But okay, if we're not going to ask your parents, why don't we just tell them we're going for a walk or something? Like, I mean, we could have just gone for a walk and it would have been completely fine. But no, no, we could not go for a walk. So my dumb friend, who I love, and she is very intelligent, but in this situation, she was stupid, goes, no, I know what we'll do. We'll sneak Ryan and Joe in the basement. What? 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 You think your parents are so strict that they won't let him come over and hang out with you in the living room when they can see us? But like, You think it's a smart idea to sneak him in your basement? What? So that was her plan. So we went downstairs and we were playing downstairs, like pretending to play board games. And then they walked up to the house. And we literally opened the basement window and stuck them in the basement. Like, what? Why? 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 16-year-old kids are stupid. So, anyways, so we stuck them in. We're hanging out. Everything's fine and dandy. Never had any problems. Then they go, like they get out the window because we're like, y'all need to go because we're going to have to go upstairs soon and blah, 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 blah. And like, you know, we're of course super nervous. So we're like, okay, you got to go. So they go out of the window. And as they're going out the window, of course, they're like, oh, kiss us goodbye. Nah. So our dumb selves are like, totally. And instead of having one of us be the lookout, we're like, yeah, well, they'll just totally kiss you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So of course, perfect timing, my friend's dad, Marissa's dad, walks down the stairs as we're kissing them bye. So not only did they find out that we snuck boys into the house, they also found out that my friend was dating Ryan, and they were not cool with that, obviously. And I mean, even if the guy was a cool guy, like you snuck him into your house, like no parent is going to be like, wow, we're glad you're dating them. Y'all make great decisions. So it was so uncomfortable. I remember just hearing like a, and I turn around and I'm like, what do we do? So they're like, I had no words. And like I said, the one I was talking to was older. So he was 19 when we were 16. So yeah, that didn't go over well at all with anyone. So instead of like just disciplining both of us and letting me stay and yelling at us and telling my parents the situation, I had to go home because I guess they thought it was my fault because like I was more outgoing and stuff. So a lot of people when we were growing up thought that I was the really rebellious one, which is fine. I'm very sassy, so I understand why. But so they were just like really upset and they thought I was being like a bad influence or we were being bad influences on each other, making dumb decisions together, which obviously we were. But like, it's my friend's parents. So if Marissa is like, I'm not going to ask them, then I'm not going to be like, actually, Marissa and I wanted to bring guys over because that would make me a crappy friend. So sorry, my computer beeped at me again. But so obviously I wasn't going to like throw her under the bus and ask anyway, since she said not to ask. I didn't ask. It's your house. It's your parents. But so I had to drive all the way to my house and we lived like 20 minutes away from each other and it's like 11 at night now. So I had to drive all the way home, explain to my parents why I was there, which of course my parents were pissed. They were not happy, especially because they did not know the guy I was talking to and he's older than me. And that's really awkward that's how I had to be like, I'm kind of dating someone. Sorry. Sorry about it. But luckily, I will say my parents and I have a pretty good relationship. I've always been pretty open and honest with my mom. So thank the Lord when I told my mom what happened, she was like, well, why did y'all do that? I was like, look, Marissa says she could not ask her parents if the guys could come over. And mom, you know that I was like, that's stupid because I would have just asked y'all. But she was like, no, we can't do that. And so we didn't. So that's what happened. And you know, if I was trying to be sneaky and go behind y'all's back, I would have just done it without telling you. Like, y'all would not have known about it. I am much smarter in my sneaky ways, mama. I'm much smarter. And she was like, yeah, you're right. Like she knew my friends and she was like, yep, that sounds about right. But I kind of let, and my mom kind of let me take the heat a little bit just because, like I said, my friend's parents were a lot more strict and less, I guess, understanding of the whole situation than mine. So I don't know. But that was just a little short story about my life, about me being a dumb teenager and my friend being a dumb teenager. So moral of the story is ask your parents. Try to talk to them. They might actually surprise you and be understanding because her parents were like, if you had just asked if they could come over, we would have said yes. Which, I mean, now granted, you don't know if that's actually true or not. But We'll never know now because we never bothered to ask. And then we got grounded and we couldn't hang out with each other for like 3 months. Literally. They told us we could not hang out for about 3 months because we were bad influences on each other. It was ridiculous. It obviously didn't last for 3 months, but they wanted us to be grounded. So, whatever. Anyways, so that's just a little insight into my life. And I will see y'all next time with another Tori's Stories. Just kidding. My computer wouldn't let me close.